friend, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you are already subscribed. My name is Taylor and I'm a witch here on YouTube. Today we are going to be doing a tarot reading, spilling the tea on your ex. It can be your most current ex or whichever ex that you're intending when clicking on and viewing this reading. I have 3 piles for you to choose from today. First pile is going to be our Tiger's Eye crystals. Our second pile is going to be, I think this is amethyst, our amethyst crystals. And our third pile is obsidian. Yeah, that's our pile number 3. So go ahead and use your intuition. If you need more time to select your pile, we have 1, 2, 3. Go ahead and pause the video. As a reminder, all of my social media is linked in the description box down below. I'm trying to grow my other platforms, so if you want to follow me on any of those, if you really like me, I would appreciate it. Or if you ever want a tarot reading or an astrology consultation from me, please go to my website, livingyourbestlight.com. With that being said, all of the timestamps for the piles will be linked in the description box down below. You can go ahead and click on that, and I will meet you in your reading. Hi, Fire One. Welcome to your reading. If you chose this Tiger's Eye crystal jar, you are in the right place. We are going to go ahead and get started with some oracle and just see in general what your ex has going on, what kind of things are going on behind the scenes in their life, as well as maybe some public confirmations. So Spirit, go ahead and tell me what's going on for my pile 1's exes. I hate shuffling these. Okay, we have mirror, mirror, mirror on the wall. Ooh, that just froze. That just froze. You guys saw that, right? Mirror, mirror on the wall. I was going to say fairest of them all, but then it froze right there too. So I feel like this person, if they're into any sort of like spirituality or like witchcraft, they're definitely getting like more interested, more in tune with that, or more in tune with the spirits. We have the Starborn. This person could, oh yeah, okay, and this is right under that. This person, low-key, could have gotten somebody pregnant, and whether they're going through with the pregnancy or not, we do not know, but there could be low-key a pregnancy going on here, either with them or with somebody else, depending on who can get pregnant. Okay, we have the Queen and the Prayer. Okay, yeah, so like with this like low-key, I was gonna say like mirror work going on here, but I hate to like be the tarot reader that's like, oh, like your ex is like thinking so much about you, because I think those messages should only be given out with intention. So that's kind of what I was getting with the vibes from the mirror anyway, but there's like lots of mirror work going on with them where, yeah, like it sort of involves you, but also a lot of it like involves them and them trying to like level up their spirituality game, their like witchcraft game, whatever it is. There's like intention behind whatever they're like manifesting and working on right now, and part of it does have to do with you because they see you as some sort of royalty. They're really putting you on a pedestal here. Like they're seeing you above them. And that's probably why you're here, to be honest with you, because you've been getting low-key these intuitive downloads of like this person like pulling on your energy. And you're like, interesting, I wonder what that's all about. So if this video popped up, you're probably like, let's see what it's about. And that's because they have been intentionally trying to call your energy back in, call your presence back in to their life. So just be aware of that. I just bumped into the table too, and I wouldn't be surprised if you bump into this person, whether intentionally or unintentionally. They're really hoping to bump into you at like the gas station. Okay, we have the Father, the Medallion, the Orphan. I like pulling them like this because then I get like a full sentence. The Venom and Kairos, I think that's how you pronounce it. It's divine timing. Okay. So with the Father and this medallion here, I feel like this person thinks that they will not make a very good father. They don't want to be a father. They have entered this, whether they're, like I said, male, female, this person doesn't feel like they'll be a very good father. They feel like everything they want, because you see like this black, we're going to call it like goo. You see the black goo right there? It's like surrounding this prize, right? And that's because they feel like everything they want, every time they work hard for something, it's like just out of their reach. Like they just can't get it. It's always like just too far. As far as the orphan goes here too, I think this is largely coming down to like a generational thing. They did not have a very good father, and because of that, they feel that they will not make a very good father, and whether that's true or not, that's the influence on it. It's because of their own issues with their father and with probably their parents both in general. With this venom here, I think this person is very mad at God. God, the universe, whatever it is that they believe in. I think this person has a bite towards divine timing, because this is like the divine timing, the like divine plan card. And I think this person has lost hope in believing in like a divine plan. They kind of think that things just happen the way they do because they happen, and then that is what it is. They've really like lost a sense of hope as far as things happening for a reason. Okay, we have the river, the bridge, the creator, the heart. I think I'm going to leave it there for this like sentence. That makes sense to me. So with the river, it's really interesting because as a follow-up, we have the bridge, obviously. So this person, the reason they're kind of putting you on this pedestal, like we were saying before, is because we know that water symbolizes emotions, right? It symbolizes like an emotional current. And this person is in this river. If you see the reflection too, it's a horse. Horses can't swim. Horses will die if they try to like step in the water. But oh my god, I'm about to make a Disney reference right now. If you've ever seen Frozen 2, there is a water ice horse that built like a magic bridge, and you're the magic ice bridge, okay? So they feel like if your presence was in their life, like you would heal them of all emotional pain and suffering, and that's kind of like why they're putting you on this pedestal here, because they're like, well, if pile one was here, I wouldn't feel the way I do. And that's kind of bullshit, and I think that you know that it's bullshit too, because when you were there, like they were still dealing with some of these issues probably, whether like how small or how big they are in comparison to now, but they're seeing in hindsight like that you would just take all their pain away kind of thing. So they're really working like with this creator too, they're working. It's confusing, honestly, and I think they're confused too. So like on one hand, they've abandoned their faith, okay? But then on the other hand, they feel they feel or they're trying to convince themselves that they do believe that they create their own reality, that they are the conscious creator in their life. So there's like conflicting energies here with them. And I think that's just because they're confused. They're not very confident in what they're doing right now and the choices that they're making. So like there is that loss of faith, like there's that faith crisis, but at the same time, the belief that they are consciously creating. Does that make sense? Okay. And then we have the heart here too. So I do think through this path of them trying to consciously create and work on whether just changing their life in general, as well as like trying to kind of call you back into their life, they're ultimately trying to heal their heart, whether they know it or not. They're trying to get to that like internal part of the like cage they built around their hearts. So I think that they're walking like a very windy, long path when it could have been like straight and narrow, but they're making it very twisty and turny in order to find love and healing. So that's what I have from this deck. Let's continue with the Astro oracle and see. We'll get some like some houses, some stuff like that for more specific themes they have going on. Spirit, please come through and help me channel this message for my pile 1. We're going to see what's going on in this person's life. I do think that there is a sort of curiosity from you about this person. Obviously, you wouldn't be here, right? If there wasn't a curiosity. I think that you care deeply for this person, and you wish that they would figure things out. You have a lot of hope and respect for maybe who they once were, who they are now, because I think you're very like optimistic and positive sort of person. And I think it's interesting. When I started talking about you, I pulled the sun, but that's exactly what I'm saying. A lot of you, I would say all of you who are the pile ones, you're very optimistic, and you see the best in everyone. You see the best out of life, even when you're going through like really hard shit. You know, like this is gonna go away, like it's gonna pass, and you're naturally a caretaker. And I think that's what really appealed to this person about you. Okay, we have 4th house home. This person, let me get a clarifier before I run my big fat mouth. Hold on. Okay, let's do one more. This person feels very uncomfortable in the living situation that they're in right now. And I find it really interesting that, because this didn't make a lot of sense to me at first when I pulled it, but in conjunction with this, this is you. This is you, and you're sandwiching in this like weird situation that they're in right now. They're in a weird living situation. I want to get more details about that, but let me get this message in here about you. You are the thing like giving them hope right now. Whether you are talking to this person or not, probably most of you, if not all of you, are not. Them like fantasizing, like dreaming about you, like having hope that you will be in their life again in some capacity, or even just like thinking about like you being happy is like what makes them feel a little more comfortable in the bad situation they're in right now. Because whatever like home situation they have going on, they feel really uncomfortable. In Spirit, can I get more information about the home situation? Okay. We have Chiron Heal. Feel like this home situation is triggering a lot of, is triggering a lot of inner child things for them. It's triggering a lot of abandonment issues. It's triggering a lot of just like unhealed wounds from the past. And then on the back of the deck, we do have the moon as well. I don't think that this is necessarily like they're living in the same circumstances as their childhood, like living with family. It could be. It's going to be different, I guess, for everybody. But whatever it is, they feel really uncomfortable because a lot of things from the past are getting like drudged up right now in their home life. Okay, so Spirit, what else is going on with this person? We have retrograde review. Have Gemini, cross-pollinates. Venus, beloved. I'm taking a reverse. I usually don't read these in reverse, but I feel like I should with that one. And then we have the IC in reverse. This person's like going out a bunch to like socialize with other people with this Gemini, because they don't feel very lovey right now at this part of their life that they're in, regardless of if they're in another like situationship, relationship or not. They don't feel very lovey. They don't feel very like blessed in the area of love in their life, and they feel literally like uprooted. So by a means of distraction, this person is like going out to like socialize. They're going to the bar, the clubs, or like honestly even just like going to hang out with other people outside of their house, because so I split the deck and there's like community here. They're connecting with people outside of their house because they're trying to remind themselves who they are. Like they're trying to hold on and grasp to the parts of themselves that still feel relevant to them, because otherwise they're like just getting lost in the sauce, like when they're at home, whether it's with family, with a partner, or by themselves. They're like using going, hanging out, socializing with other people as a means of like distraction. Interesting. Okay. Let's get a couple tarot cards to close out this reading. It's very interesting energy from this person. It's not like, I don't know how to explain it. It's not like bad, but it is like very confused. They're very, very confused. Like me tapping into their energy is confusing me. Let's give it one more shuffle. Okay. Spirit, please come through and help me channel this message for my pile 1. Final messages, please. Okay, we have the Lovers. We have the 10 of Swords. Let's get one more and then we'll do clarifiers. And we have the Knight of Cups. Okay. Clarify the Lovers for me, Spirit. We have the 5 of Cups in reverse. We have the 3 of Wands upright, clarifying the 10 of Swords. And we have the Devil clarifying the Knight of Cups. Okay, a couple things here. Whether or not you would ever be like interested in entertaining this person again is up to you. Like if you wanted that with them. But there's a lot that needs to shift and change here. I think as far as like the maturity differences between the two of you go. I think one of the reasons you ended things with this person, or they ended things, whatever, it didn't work out for whatever reason, is because of there's a big gap in emotional maturity here. This person is still caught up a lot in things that they like to do when they were younger, like different. The Devil also is about codependency. It's about addiction, stuff like that, stuff we're chained to. So this person is still really caught up in whatever that is. And I think the biggest problem in y'all's previous relationship was the gap in emotional maturity. I think it's the biggest problem that they're having right now whether they're single or in a relationship. Like I said, it's gonna be different. But I think that's a big problem they're having just in every area of their life right now, is they're being confronted with the fact that they're not 17 anymore, or they're not 21 anymore, and they have to start acting like an adult. And I think that that's an area where they're really struggling. So if you had issues with this person in the past doing that, I feel like you're being very validated right now, and me saying that and being like, yeah, that was an issue. But that's something that they're really like being forced with confronting right now. So that is all I have for you, my beautiful pile 1. I hope you enjoy this reading and us spying on your ex together. If you did, please leave me a like on this video and a comment letting me know if it resonated. I'd love to hear the tea. And if you like my vibe, please stay and subscribe to my channel. I'd love to have you here. But either way, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a beautiful and blessed week, and I will see you later. Bye. Hi, pile 2. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the amethyst jar, you were in the right place. Okay, so we are gonna spy on your ex. Let's get started with this oracle deck, and we'll see what kind of messages come through. See what kind of secrets they're hiding, or what is known publicly as sort of like confirmation. We're just gonna see whatever comes out. I like these sort of relaxed style readings because I can just channel and see what sticks. Okay, this wants to stick. Okay, we have the Castle. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing I did with pile 1 and just build like a story of cards. Have the Mirror. Tell me what else that. Oh, we have the Mystic. Is your color green, pile 2? Like emerald green? Getting an emerald green vibe from you. Have the Offering. The Flame. Okay. Okay. Interesting. If you felt drawn to pile 1 as well, I would watch that just to see if there's any like sprinkled in messages, because this isn't the exact energy, but there is a tiny bit of overlap with what I'm about to say here. So this person, with this castle being represented, has built up these strong walls around them, right? Like the walls of a castle. So they're like very thick stone walls. They don't want anyone to be able to get through to them. And I do feel like they've been forced to look at themselves in the eyes in the mirror. They're really confronting the things about themselves that they might not have been able to stand to look at before. And I feel this has been triggered because of you. And this is where the message like really varies from my pile 1. So only go there if you felt drawn or you feel called to do so. Because with you, it's like your relationship with this person really triggered them to look inward because of your natural, and I figured that this would be the case with this pile just because amethyst is like a really naturally like a psychic, intuitive crystal. Your energy is very psychic, very intuitive. You're a very spiritual person by nature. And through the relationship with you, your energy of this psychicness and this intuition triggered them to want to explore those same themes within themselves. And with this offering and this flame here, I'm really interested to unpack a little bit more about what this means. I don't want to say the wrong thing, so let's get some clarifiers. Spirit, can you clarify what this means for my pile 2? Okay, we have the Creator, and we have the Stone. So with things that you have taught this person, or you taught this person when you were with them, in a relationship with them, whatever the details of your situation were, I feel like a lot of it's centered on the occult, witchcraft, the law of attraction, things like that. So as a result of the relationship with you, I just saw 333 as well. Both your own energy kind of triggered that within them, and also the things you guys talked about, what you taught them. And they're kind of using this right now to pull you back in. They don't want anybody to know this though. It's really hard for me to pull like anything out of this person right now. So like, I don't know if they're in a relationship or if they're just like embarrassed that they're like trying to do this, because like, even though they believe it because they respect you and you believe it, like as in witchcraft, the law of attraction, stuff like that, there's like a part of them that like doesn't want anybody else to know because they, 1, don't want to look desperate, 2, don't want to look stupid, and 3, like I feel like low-key there might be some other stuff going on here, like this person is like with somebody else, or there's just like a really like secretive energy about this pile in particular. So that's thing number 1. Let's move on to thing number 2 with them. Tell me what else we can get from this person, Spirit. They are very hard to open up though, because really having to like dig deep. We have the Unseen, the Pilgrim. Let's keep going. There are so many eyes in these cards, you guys. Okay, we got 1, closed eyes, 2, 3, and 4. So they're watching for sure. Watching your social media, things like that. Okay, we have the Kiss here, following up the Pilgrim. Let's do 2 more. The Village. Okay, we got an extra one. The Hunter and the Box. You know, it did come out like this, and I'm gonna honor that actually. Okay, so starting with the Unseen and the Pilgrim, because I feel that these are supposed to go in pairs. So starting with the Unseen and the Pilgrim. this person feels very embarrassed about whatever it is that happened with the two of you. And it's taken them a lot of time to come to terms with realizing the role that they played in it. They might be somebody who likes to place the blame on other people a lot, and they're not necessarily somebody who can easily look inward and say, like, this is where I went wrong. It takes them a lot more time to do that. And so however long has passed, and they feel really embarrassed, really regretful, and sort of stuck, to be honest, about the way that they treated you, the way that they handled however it is that transpired between the two of you. And that's why they're just feeling really, like, I just feel like such a heavy energy from them of like shame and regrets mixed with embarrassment. Shame and regret is probably the best way to describe it. They don't really recognize their own life anymore. And I see that really strongly with the Pilgrim card, because they're in like foreign lands, right? To them, they don't really recognize their own life anymore. And they thought that by like ending whatever it was with you, or like, I don't know, whatever, like I said, whatever happened with you guys, ending whatever it was with you in order for them to go to these foreign lands, they thought it was like taking their life a step in the right direction. But now they don't really recognize anything about their life anymore. It all feels wrong. They don't like the person that they've become. They don't like I said, the way things transpired with you. With this kiss and this village here too, there is an energy here where a part of what's stopping them from coming back is third party, whether it's they're with somebody else, or more likely, I think for most of you, is their friends, their family, stuff like that. They don't want to feel the judgment from other people of trying to re-enter your life. And not to say you're even interested in something like that, because I'm sure that you got a million and one options, but just to let you know, like, this is what's going on, like, through their mind right now. This is what's going on. They don't want they just want to preserve as much of their pride and their ego as they possibly can, because they already feel like they've like taken so many hits with certain things that are going on in their life, and just feeling regretful about a lot of things, not just regretful about you, but regretful about a lot of the choices they make in general. I think that they're kind of just an anxious person about stuff like that. They're definitely somebody who, instead of like, so I don't know if you guys know this, but this is coming through. So one of the most important times of your day, for your subconscious mind, for your brain health in general, your life health, is when you're like going to sleep at night. The last 5 minutes of your day, a lot of people reflect on things they regret or like negative experiences throughout their day. But the more you ruminate on that right before you're like falling asleep, the more you're creating more of those experiences. So what you really want to do is pull out of your ass like 5 good things that happen throughout that day, if you can. And this person is more of a ruminating on things they've done wrong in their life, things they regret, times they've been embarrassed, stuff like that. So they're just dealing with a lot of regrets and stuff like that right now. And we also have the Hunter with the box in reverse here. I do feel like there is a part of them that really has like a fighting spirit, because you can see like the Hunter is charging forward into this box in reverse. And the reason I took this in reverse, because how it came out or whatever, and even though I usually don't read them, it's because I take this as this person really trying to break out of their box, their circumstances. They're really trying to use principles that you've taught them and like research they've done on their own with like YouTube videos, whatever it is, applying their own philosophy, and break out of their comfort zone, break out of the circumstances that they're in right now in life. They're trying to push back, so they're not like succumbing to their own demise, because I think this person is really in, honestly, like a depressing energy and a really dead end sort of energy. They kind of feel like there's no way out, but they're kind of making their own way out right now. They're thinking outside the box. So that's all I have to say from this deck. Let's go ahead and get some messages from the astrology deck. It was so hard to like pry your person open, and then when I got them talking, I was like, okay. Ooh, back at the bottom of the deck, we have Pluto rebirth. This person is like going through, I don't even think it's like super painful experiences. I think that they're just point blank period depressed, and they're trying to make that better, but they don't really, I just got the chills when I said that. They're like trying to make it better, but they don't really know how at the same time. So they're, like I said, like trying to create their own way, but I think they're like trialing and erroring different things. So they're trying to make it work. We have solar calm, clarify. We have Aries act. Yeah, this is so the vibe I was trying to explain when I was saying like they're like ramming into the wall, like being like, if there is no path, I'll make a path. I think that's just part of their personality. Okay. We have 10th house authority. There's like stuff going on with their work as well. I think there's something that they've been working for a really long time at work that they might have been getting like the runaround about, and that's what's causing them to have, oh, my light died. Okay, whatever. That's what's causing them to have to like kind of pave their own path in a way, because they're not getting the amount of guidance and mentorship as they expected that they would from their workplace throughout this process, whether it's like specific job training or whatever it may be. They're not getting the amount of help that they thought they would be doing. There's a situation going on with like their bosses and stuff here, the people in charge above them at work. We also have Virgo digest. So this person could be a Virgo in their big threes, prominent placements in their chart. I'm also seeing a full moon in the back of that Virgo card. So the full moon, whenever at the time you're watching this month, could be significant for this person. We have Ceres, nurture in reverse. This person's being really tough on themselves. They're their own worst critic, and for those who it is like a Virgo, they have that Virgo placement. That's so why I love Virgos. But y'all do be so critical of yourself. Like it's almost like you'll never be good enough for what you can do, and that's what this person's kind of caught up in right now. We have descendant invitation. Oh, okay. I will take it in reverse. Jeez. We have descendant invitation in reverse. I think this person's really having a falling out with their friends right now. They've cut a lot of people out of their life, and I don't even think they've done the whole like severing the ties with them, but they've more so just like distanced so much that there is really no friendship there. So I see this as something they want to fix as well. Okay, we have the South Node past. Transits, climate. Okay. And Jupiter, abundance. Okay. So this is interesting here because they're in this energy right now. Like I said, they're being really harsh with themselves. They're not connecting with their friendships. They're like isolating and stuff like that. And then we have this past in the middle with 33. Again, 33 is so significant here. And 55 next to it too, if that means anything to you. But the past is the barrier in the middle that is keeping them from this. That is keeping them from relaxation. It's keeping them from abundance. This person has to face their past. They have to go back in time in a way to learn how to transmute the things that have happened to them and get rid of the old stories that they tell themselves. Because this person, whatever they've been through in their life, it's really created victim mindset with them, and that's what's separating them from getting this abundance. Not only like this is just in every area of their life. You are one of the many things that they're like that they feel separated from. They feel cut off from, because this person really holds themselves as we tell ourselves stories to keep ourselves safe, right? Things that we've learned over the years based on like the data that we've gathered. And this person has told themselves over and over and over that they are a victim of their own circumstances, and they need to break out of this in order to jump, okay? They got to get over this like hump here in the middle. So that's all I have from the Astro deck here. Let's finish off with some messages from the tarot. This was really interesting. I enjoyed this pile a lot. This person's just really sad though, and I hope that doesn't make you feel sad, because it's not your fault, obviously, but ooh, okay, we have Judgment coming out as I shuffle, but it is just kind of a bummer. I hope that they figure stuff out. Okay. All right, Spirit, please come through and help me channel this message for my pile 2. Okay, we have the Emperor and the Page of Pentacles. Let's get some clarifiers. I'm sorry it's so dark now. I'm so mad that my light died, but the show must go on. Clarify Judgment for me, Spirit. We have the Two of Swords. This person is going to have to make some I'm getting a couple things. This person is going to have to confront a male figure in their family. And you want to know how I know that? Because I just got a text from my grandpa, okay, that I received from him 2 hours ago. But for some reason, my phone just sent it to me again. So this is telling me part of the means of this person confronting the past is that they have to confront this older male figure in their family, whether it's their father, their grandfather, an uncle. There's an older father figure here that they have to confront in order to feel comfortable in their own masculinity. This person probably really hurt them, and it's time for them to break the cycle of how it's time to cut them off. Essentially, it's time to cut them off. We have the Moon clarifying the Emperor here. This person, like, key here is this person learning how to balance masculinity and femininity, because I don't think that they have a very good balance or understanding of how to feel emotions. I think that they use emotions as kind of a weapon sometimes, and not so much as like how to process things. I don't think that they mean to do this either. I think it's just the way that they were raised, the way they grew up, and they don't know how to process this. But getting rid of that father figure is step 1. For Page of Pentacles clarified, we have, every time this card comes out on my channel, I don't know what this is, but I always just read it based on the imagery. And the imagery is obviously this like weird horse thing stepping on this little baby horse. So in reverse, abundance, prosperity, things like that come from this person taking themselves out of this victim mindset, taking themselves out of being bullied. I think that their father was their first bully in a lot of ways, and that's where this victim mindset went and why they felt like they had to be in this sort of mode for a long time. But I think that that's really stripping away. So that is all I have for you, my pile 2. I do hope that this was helpful. If you enjoyed it, please leave me a like on this video. Leave me a comment letting me know if it resonated. I love to hear the tea. And if you like my vibe, please do stay and subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you here. But either way, thanks so much for watching, and I hope you have a beautiful and blessed week. Bye. Hi pile 3, welcome to your reading. If you chose this obsidian jar, you are in the right place. Sorry about the lighting, my ring light died, so we're just gonna work with what little daylight I have left because I really want to get this reading out. So let's start with our oracle cards, and we're gonna see what the tea is on your ex, what they have going on, both maybe publicly as confirmation and privately. These are super hard to shuffle, but I'm really excited to see what messages come through. Oh my god, ignore my terrible shuffling. So Spirit, please come through and tell me about pile 3's person. Okay, we have the medallion. We have the thread. The castle. This person low-key might have lost their job. We have the box. Yeah, I think that this person lost their job or their financials have taken a significant hit recently. And this has put them in a situation where they're at risk at losing their place of living, and they're having to think outside the box for alternative ways of making money in order to pay their rent, pay their bills. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they're feeling like a sense of loss here with whatever this is, like with them either losing their job or just really struggling financially. Like they had unexpected expenses coming in, and it's making them really have to rely on ulterior methods of making money. And some of these things could be not great. Like they could be doing things that are outside their moral code in order to make money. They could be pawning all the stuff they have, selling it on Facebook Marketplace, stuff like that. Okay, we have the Temple, the Orphan. This person has turned to other people in their life for assistance, either monetary assistance or like to move in with them, just some sort of assistance when it comes to their financial matters and their housing situation here. They've turned to other people, but other people are not interested in giving this person any help, because I think that they've helped this person in the past, and this person's kind of like a person, if you give a mouse a cookie, he wants a glass of milk. Like if you give him a glass of milk, you know that rhyme, whatever I'm talking about. This person always wants more and more from other people because it allows them to not ever have to learn the lesson and rely on themselves. We have the Destroyer here. Okay. So whatever circumstances this person is in with their financial crisis, losing their place of living, they have created these circumstances by themselves. So they lost their job for like a good reason, for something that they were doing in the office, or if they didn't lose their job, they're like spending money they don't have on bullshit. We have the Underworld. This person might be spending their money on alcohol, on drugs, on some sort of vice. I'm getting like 7 deadly sins vibes from this. Like there's some sort of codependency or like addiction, could be gambling relationship they're spending the money they don't have on with that. So they're in a mess of their own creation, and that's why I think that my camera cut off. But what I was saying is I think that this person has a history of a relationship with these sort of vices. So the people that have helped them in the past are not so keen on helping them because they've tried to help this person overcome these obstacles before, and so they're not really super willing to help them anymore. What else, spirits? Okay, we have Starborn, have the Father, the Tear. Let's get 2 more. The Self and the Eternal Child. This person's really emotionally immature, in a different way than I got in one of the other piles. This person's really emotionally mature in a toxic and manipulative way. I think this person is a very manipulative person, and they know exactly what to say to people to pull on their heartstrings, get them to shed a tear. Maybe they have things on their family or friendships that they can leverage over other people, and whatever it is that this person like usually uses as like their little tricks, I think people in their life have really caught on to this, and that's why like they're not buying the BS anymore. They're not really interested in what this person has to say. That's not to say like they've cut this person out completely out of their lives if they still care about them, but they're not interested in giving them money or having them move in with them because they already have enough on their plate without trying to take responsibility with this other person too. Because this person is the type of person who always wants somebody to do something for them. It's about like what you can do for them, and they just take and take and take. They're not really interested in giving anything back. Even if they kind of give that impression off, it's a ruse. Okay, so let's see. Oops, let me fix my camera. Let's see what else this deck has to say about this person before we move on. Let me see if I can get anything else from here. Okay, We have the Mountain, the Siren, and the Dead End. Yeah, so this is basically just reconfirming what I already said about like this person kind of creating their own, they're being like suffocated in their own web of lies, and like their normal manipulative tactics or whatever it is, the things that they would say, their like siren song is not being picked up on by anybody right now. So they're isolated within this mountain. They really have to face reality for what it is this time. I just saw 44 and not rely on anybody else to fix their own problems. I think this person's really hitting their rock bottom, which I do think is necessary for them. I don't think this is a person you should be involved with, period. But just so you know, like I do think it is for their own benefit, own development, because otherwise they're not gonna learn, you know? Let's get some additional messages from the astrology oracle. Okay. Spirit, please come through. Tell me about this person. What do they have going on? We have partnership. We have Aries. We have Libra balanced in reverse here. I think this person is really, I don't want YouTube to like be mad at me, and I don't want to say this like lately either, so trigger warning. I do think that this person is abusive to whoever they're in a relationship right now. Oh my God. Whoever they're in a relationship with right now, they could have been abusive to you as well. We have Uranus change. This person is not changing. And listen, I'm not God. I don't know what's going to happen in their future, I guess, all the time. This is just the path they're projected to go on. But this person's not changing. They're not interested in changing because they don't really want to put the real work into changing. They go through the steps of making it look like they want to change, and I think they even convince themselves that they want to change. But when it comes down to it, change is a lot of work, and they see it as a lot easier to just keep doing the things they've been doing and scrape by like that. Seeing 11th house community, which I'm curious about what this means for them. Let's see. Come here. Come here. Get off the table. Okay, we have the IC root. My cat down there is so funny. So they do have, their community of people does make them feel rooted. I think that these people are around though. This is like not their family. This is their friendships, coworkers, things like that. I do think that those people make them feel grounded and rooted, but I also think that there is a lot of toxic energy swarming around their friend groups. I think there's a lot of enabling behaviors going on from the people around them. So they're really only interested in being around people who like low-key sort of just enable them to keep doing the things that they've been doing. We have South Node past. This has come out in every single reading. So it's just interesting to me that right now, I'm filming this in March. It's March 13th in Pisces season. The theme right now is really people like confronting the past. And obviously that's always like low-key a little bit of the theme, but it's interesting. It's been like so different. We have 12th house introspection. Okay. We have 3rd house communication reverse. This person has the ability to look inward. They know why they have the demons they have. They know like what has caused these things. They can like unpack it. They're very intelligent in a lot of ways, but they're also very lazy and unmotivated to change. So even though they have an understanding of an ability to look inward on themselves, they also don't want to communicate that one to other people. They don't want to communicate it to themselves, and they don't want to do anything to like alchemize those things into making it something that works for them instead of against them. We have Saturn in reverse with structure. This person really lacks. Saturn is a planet of responsibility, boundaries, karmas. They could be going through their Saturn return right now. I would not be surprised if they are in there. That's why they're hitting this rock bottom. That's why suddenly all these people who have been helping them for a long time and creating opportunities to help them are no longer doing so because they're going through their Saturn return. We have Virgo digest. This person could be a Virgo, or Virgo could just be significant. Virgo season could be significant here. Okay, we have Vesta Hearth, which is also home. Next to it is Symbiosis with family in reverse. So again, there's lots of like drama going on with their family right now. They're not feeling supported by their family, and I don't blame their family members either, because they're just so like sick of this person's games. We have Dignified Strength, and let's do one more to clarify the Dignified Strength. 9th house, Exploration. One thing that actually might be low-key working in this person's favor is getting out of they need to just start life anew. They need to start life anew, and obviously that depends on like what responsibilities they have, but the 9th house talks all about obviously exploration, but expanding yourself. It's a house of expansion, so it's like trips, philosophy, higher education, going somewhere else, and they need to just start a new life, I think, because they burned a lot of bridges with the people who are in their life or were in their life at one time. They burned a lot of bridges, and those bridges are no longer in a position to be rebuilt. So we're going to finish off this reading with some messages from the tarot. I hope you're not involved with this person in any capacity. I hope you're not here because you're interested in being involved with them and you're here to spill the tea, because you don't need to be involved with them. You really don't. Do whatever you want, but I wouldn't get involved with them. They have their own healing journey to do, and you don't need to be involved. It will just kind of take you off the course. So let's see, Spirit, what else do we have to say? Final messages for my pile 3. The Ace of Pentacles, the 2 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Pentacles. I think when this person and you like had your falling out, whatever transpired here, I think you saw this person in an entirely different light than you see them now. I think you saw them as somebody, obviously, you really loved and cared about, but you saw them as ultimately somebody who was intelligent and motivated enough to change. And through however long your relationship was, you kind of just realized this shit isn't working. Like, it's not going to work. This person isn't going to change. So I think that you're really on a good path right now to find your happily ever after. And I'm seeing this person as your person in this situation, like you moving on, you finding new love, something that's balanced and equal, and this person ending up alone and put out because of their own choices that they're making. And everybody obviously can turn their life around at any point, but I just don't see this person doing this, and especially not in consideration with like you. We have the 6 of Wands here, clarifying. Yeah, you like really saw a future with this person. This person really hurt you because you believed that they eventually would change. We have the Star, clarifying the 2 of Pentacles here. Yeah, this is like, you're in this era right now. I don't know when this happened between you and this ex-person, but however long ago it was, you quickly got over it and became empowered by the circumstances that have happened to you, because you realize you deserve somebody who's on your level, who's equal to you, who puts you on the damn pedestal. And I think that you are feeling very confident now. And to finish off the reading, this is perfect with the Empress, clarifying the 10 of Pentacles. So that is all I have for you, pile 3. I do hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please leave me a like on this video and a comment letting me know if it resonated. I love to hear the tea. And if you like my vibe, please do stay and subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you here. But either way, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a beautiful and blessed week. Bye.